Miss Meg with Art Feeds, and this week we are going to explore the work of an artist called Nick Cave, who creates many different types of works of art, but specifically we're going to focus on sound suits. Sounds super interesting, right? But before we get started, let's go over the Art Feeds rules. Rule number 1 is to be kind and be creative. Remember, when you're kind to yourself while you're creating and kind to others, that grows all creativity. Rule number 2, never say I can't. This is going to take big imagination today, and I don't want you to look at the project and think, I can't do that, but instead think, I can, I have good ideas, I will try, or will you help me? And rule number 3, there are no wrong answers. That is especially important today because the artist that we are exploring always thinks there's no wrong answers to this, that there is tons and tons of possibility. So before I get into the project, let's take a look at the supplies that we need. As always, we have a lot of different supplies involved in the project and a lot of different options. The no wrong answers rule really applies to our art supplies this time. As long as you have a surface and glue to put your materials on, you're in pretty good shape, but you might find the material that you like best. But first, let's talk about Nick Cave and Soundsuits. Nick Cave creates large coverings or costumes where the wearer cannot be seen, and these are created with fringe, with buttons, with materials found at flea markets or antique shows. Really anything you can imagine, these sound suits have been created out of. And the thing about the sound suit is whoever is wearing it, you can't see them. You only see the work of art on the outside, because sometimes we can judge each other on how we look on the outside, whether that's by race or class or maybe where we come from or our culture. Sometimes we make judgments when we see each other. But the cool thing about this sound suit is when the wearer has it on, there is nothing to judge a person on. You're only enthralled in the artwork. The other cool thing about the sound suits is many times when artists wear the sound suits, they are moving and dancing. And moving and dancing is a different type of art. And when they move and dance in the sound suits, it makes the art interactive. And they look really beautiful, these sound suits that Nick Cave has created. Super interactive, interesting, and the art takes on a whole new level whenever the wearer is moving around in it. So we are going to make our own sound suits today. We have a worksheet on artfeeds.org that you can download to design your own sound suit or brainstorm for this project. So you'll just have to look up in the corner of artfeeds.org, look up sound suit, and then you can print that printable out and use it. But we have lots of different materials here. I've got beads. I thought that might be interesting. There are pipe cleaners. I've got confetti. I also have some yarn and feathers and sparkly things in all different colors. You can do this with just a drawing utensil too and make really unique and interesting patterns. I've got paper that I think I might cut up and make some fringe with, like some of the sound suits that we've seen. So there's so many possibilities with this. Remember, there's no wrong answers. I'm gonna make a few to show you so that you can get some ideas. And I just can't wait to see what you come up with. Let's get started. 3 different variations of Soundsuit. Part of the reason that we decided to do this project is because there was a knit cave exhibit at a museum near us called The Momentary. And when we saw it, we were just absolutely amazed and did more research, found out about these Soundsuits and loved them. Now, these are each very unique. And remember that Art Feeds rule, there are no wrong answers. And this is more true for this project than perhaps any other project. You can see I put googly eyes and beads here, paper, all sorts of things on this one. Just went all confetti and celebration on this one. So there's no wrong shape to make your piece of cardboard in. There's no wrong material to make. You could do it with just paper. Or you could probably even go outside and collect pieces of grass or flower petals. You could use recycled materials. You could cut up cardboard. There's so many possibilities. So we love the concept of the Soundsuit. Like I mentioned, with the knit cave Soundsuits, whenever the wearer puts the piece on, you do not see their race, their class, where they live, where they come from, what they look like, and create judgments based on what people look like on the outside, but rather you're so enthralled with how amazing the piece of artwork looks that that's all you're looking at. And wouldn't it be amazing if we lived in a world where instead of judging people by the way they looked, instead, like these Soundsuits, we were looking really closely at all the things that make every individual person incredible. So I can't wait to see what you make with your Soundsuit. So many possibilities, it's infinite. So if you'd like for us to see what you create, you can use the hashtag ArtFeedsMakes and take a photo or a video and post it online so we can see what your creativity looks like. Thanks so much for joining and learning about this fantastic artist. We'll see you next time.